Good day, teachers. So for today's recorded video, let me share to you the ways on how to manage the new LMS assessment. So for today's training, these are the objectives. So at the end of this recorded video, the trainees are able to create an assignment submission link and then create a quiz or an examination using Neo LMS, and then the trainees also are able to reuse previous assignments, quizzes, or examinations. So, kindly sign in and open your Neo LMS account, yung ginamit po natin doon sa previous recorded video. And then, you will be redirected to this page, which is the home page or the dashboard of Neo LMS. And then, kindly open the class that you created doon po sa previous video. So, open ko po yung English BSIT 1B. And then, click po natin yung Module 1. And then, in Module 1, lesson page, click po natin yung add section so that we can add an assignment. So in here, we do have two options. So are we going to create a learning material or are we going to create an assignment? So nagawa na po natin, nakapag-add na po tayo ng mga learning materials doon sa previous video. So now, let's try yung sa assignment section. So in here, there are ways or there are types of questions that you can assign your students. So in here, let us try the essay type of question. So click po natin yung essay and then let's give a title doon po sa essay natin. For example, Module 1, Express Your Ideas. And then max score is, for example, 70 points. And then, max attempt. So, maximum attempts, ito po yung hanggang ilang attempt po yung pwede si student na mag-submit. So, there is a scenario po kasi wherein the student, incorrect po yung file na nilalagay niya or sinasubmit niya. So, meron po siyang hanggang 3 attempts para makapag-resubmit po siya ng file. And then, you can also check this one if you allow the student to submit late. So, it's up to you po kung hindi nyo i-allow nyo or hindi. Pero for example, in this activity, so I'm going to allow the student to submit their activity na late. And then for the category, homework, and then start date. So, for example, March 17 and then 5 p.m. and then the deadline is on March 18, 11:59 p.m. So the student due date is March 18, so the student can still submit their activity after no March 18, 11:59 p.m. And then for lesson, module 1, and then grading scale, default. And then in here, you can upload a file, or if you want, in here, for example, you already have the questions na ginawa nyo po into PDF file or nasa Word, po pwede po siyang i-upload dito. Or if you want, you can type your questions here. Okay, so for example, I'm going to type my instruction and questions. Okay, so for example, my question is define communication. And then punta po tayo doon sa options na tab. And then, if you want to allow the students to give comments, doon po sa section ng Module 1, Express Your Ideas, you can check this one. So, we can also disable past due. And then, for personal use, so if you want to share it sa buong Neo LMS portal ng City College of San Fernando, po pwede rin po, i-click lang po natin yung library for school. Okay, so this one is personal. So, anuhin lang po natin, i-review lang po natin. So, we do have the title and then the question. And then, click po natin yung save. Okay, so in here, the assignment is already created. So, in Neo LMS, it is very important that after creating an activity, make sure you click this one, give. Okay po, this one, do not forget this one, give. I-click po natin yung give. So, ibig sabihin po, the assignment was announced to the student. So, kapag hindi po kasi natin click yung give, though we already created or we created the activity, and then start date niya po at start time niya is March 17, 5 p.m. Kung hindi po yan naka-give, hindi po siya accessible sa mga students. So, kapag kinlik naman po natin yung give before nung time, for example, yung start date niya and start time is March 17, 5 p.m. Pero dahil ginawa ko po yung quiz ng, for example, March 16 ng 8 a.m., pwede ko na po siyang i-give. And then, yung mangyayari po, accessible po sa bata yung quiz na yon doon po sa time or doon po sa start time niya. Kahit advance nyo po siyang ginawa at advance nyo po siyang kinlik yung give. Okay po, so don't forget to click this one, yung give. And then, for example po, you want to use rubric in grading this one. So, you follow a certain rubrics in grading your activity. Pwede rin po siya. So, click lang po natin to, yung use rubric. And then, we have two options. So, create a new rubric or use a copy na nandoon po sa library. So, dahil ito po yung first time natin na gamitin yung rubrics at yung Neo, so gawa po tayo ng rubric natin. Okay, so for example, this one. So, for example, this criteria. So, I have a rubrics here. So, copy and paste ko lang po. So, for example, dalawang criteria po yung ilalagay ko para meron lang po tayong example. And then, kung ilang points per criterion. So, for example, this one is 10 points. And then, this one is 20 points. So, meron po tayo dito for fair, good, and then excellent. And then, pakilagay na lang po yung description for content and development, and then yung for fair, good, and excellent. So, for example, magka-copy po ako dito. So, content, unclear, ganyan. Ito po yung description niya. So, and then, paki-copy and paste na lang po. Ayan. For example lang po to. So, pwede po kayong gumawa ng rubrics nyo. Okay? And then, yun po yung gamitin for grading the essay type or for example, yung express your ideas. And then, click lang po natin yung save. Okay po. So, this one. So, ibig pong sabihin nito, this assignment, which is yung Module 1 Express Your Ideas, pwede mo po siyang i-grade or pwede po natin gradean yung sagot ni student using this rubric. So, pwede rin po natin para at least makopy po natin yung or para magamit po natin yung rubric na to doon sa mga next pa natin na activity, pwede po natin siyang i-copy to library. Okay, copy to library po yung rubrics. And then, kung ano po yung title niya. So, for example, this one, Module 1, Express Your Ideas rubric. And then, yung subject, literature. And then, higher ed to higher ed. And then, click lang po natin yung save. Okay po. So, yun po yung pag-create ng rubrics at pag-create po ng activity essay type of question. And then, next naman po natin, how to create a group assignment in a new LMS. So, click lang po natin ulit yung module 1 para makapag-add po tayo ng section. So, add section. And then, assignment. And then, click po natin yung team. And then, type lang po natin yung title. For example, this one, group work. And then, 100 points. Max attempts, 3. And then, allow late. And then, for example, participation. And then, start date niya is March 17, 6 p.m. And then, end date niya is, for example, March 21, 11:59 p.m. Okay, so, same thing po, if you have instruction dito po sa group work, so po pwede po natin siyang i-type dito or mag-upload po kayo ng file. So, okay po. So, yung pag-upload ng file, dito po. And then, options po, disable pass-due po ulit tayo. And then, click save. So, pwede po tayong mag-upload ng instruction sa Word na format, PowerPoint, or PDF file. So, yun po, naka-upload na yung group work for this subject na English BSIT 1B or for this section, and then yung subject po natin na English or the communication skills. And then, because this one is a group work, so kailangan po natin maglagay ng mga students natin. Okay, so for each group. So, click lang po natin yung teams. Under pa rin po tayo ng group work na tab. And then, add team. And then, for example, meron po tayong group 1. And then, click po natin yung save. So, this one. So, nakita nyo po, meron group 1. So, mag-add pa rin po tayo ng another team kung hanggang ilan po yung group. Okay, sa section na BSIT 1B or doon po sa section na ginawa nyo sa class. And then, click po natin to, yung pencil-like icon, para makapag-add po tayo ng members or ng mga students natin per group. So, in here, wala po akong student na naka-enrolled dahil hindi pa nag-accept yung student ko last time. So, gagawin ko po muna, maglalagay ako or gagamit po ako ng people picker para mag-add ng students. So, for example, I'm going to add Aaron, Billy, Foster, George, and then Johnson, Sally. Okay po, add po muna natin. Okay po, so balik po tayo doon sa assignment natin, which is yung group work. So, punta po tayo dun sa Teams ulit. And then, click po natin yung pencil-like icon. So, in here, meron na po akong 3 students. So, for example, yung group 1, si Aaron, Billy, and Foster, George. So, click lang po natin, i-check lang po natin yung text box before nung name ng student, and then click submit. Okay po. So, in here, we do have group 1 and then it has 2 members. So, pwede po tayo ulit maglagay ng group, next group or yung group number 2, group number 3, and then add lang po tayo ng members. And then, after creating a group work, another thing na pwede po natin magawa, using the Neo LMS is creating an online quiz. So, how to create an online quiz in Neo LMS? So, again, click Add Section. And then, punta po tayo sa Assignment. And then, click po natin yung quiz. And then, type po natin yung title. For example, Module 1, Quiz 1. And then, max attempt. So, this one is up to the teacher. So, personally po, ako ginagamit ko, 1 lang. So, once lang pwedeng mag-take ng online quiz yung student. And then, if you want to allow them to submit late, it's up to you po. So, personally, I do not allow them to take the exam na late siya doon sa duration nung class namin. So, you can check this one or just leave it na naka-uncheck. And then, category quiz. And then, start date po natin. For example, March 17, 5 p.m. And then, yung end time natin, March 17, for example, kung yung class nyo until 8 p.m. Set po natin. So, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So, ibig sabihin po, after 8 p.m., wala na pong pwedeng mag-take na quiz doon sa mga students nyo po na late or hindi nakapag-take, okay, during this time. And then, next one po, punta po tayo doon sa options para mag-customize po natin kung ilang minutes. For example, this one. So, this quiz is timed. So, 60 minutes po tayo. Ibig sabihin, the students can answer all the questions na nandoon sa quiz in 60 minutes. So, after no 1 hour, automatically, kapag hindi po nasagot ni student or hindi po natapos ni student, automatic po masasubmit yung yung quiz niya. And then, makikita niyo yung score niya. And then, if you want to give feedback, instant feedback, habang nag-answer po sila, you can check this one. But it is advisable that let the students answer all of the questions first. And then, this one, randomized order. So, random po yung pag-appear ng mga questions for each student. And then, allow review. And then, allow users to jump between questions. And then, this one, if you want to uncheck or check this one, pwede rin po. But ako, I prefer po to uncheck yung question, response, and also the correct answer. Okay? Para hindi po makita nung ibang student na hindi pa mag-take ng quiz or hindi masabi doon sa mga classmates nila. Okay? Na hindi pa po nagtitake ng quiz. And then, after filling out the fields required doon po sa quiz, click po natin yung save. And then, this one, okay, wala pa pong questions, yung quiz na ginawa natin. So, lagay po tayo ng questions. So, punta po tayo doon sa tab na questions. And then, click po natin yung add questions. So, there are a lot or kind of question na pwede po nating maibigay sa mga students. So, pwede pong true or false, multiple choice, one answer, multiple choice, many answers, and so on. So, first po, try po natin yung true or false. Okay, so type po tayo ng question. For example, Manila is the capital of the Philippines. Okay, so pwede nyo pong palitan yung points kung gusto nyo pong 2 points, 3 points, 5 points, and so on. So, for example, 2 points. And then, the correct answer, is it true or false? So, this one is true. And then, if you want to have a modified true or false, so it's okay as long as you provide, for example, if the answer is false, so you provide a correction box. doon po sa quiz na ibibigay nyo. So for example, if false po to, so you need to type the correct answer. Pero kapag false siya, hindi po lilitaw yung correction box. And then click po natin yung save and return to the question bank. Pag okay na po yung question natin. And then, next naman po natin, so aside from true or false, po pwede rin po tayong maglagay ng multiple choice. So, try po natin yung multiple choice. One answer. So, type lang po natin yung question natin dito. What is the total of... Okay, so for example, we do have okay po. So this one, so pwede rin po nating palitan yung points kung ilang points po yung question natin. So for example, this one, 3 points po siya. And then, you can also click yung randomize or yung original. So, this one po, ibig sabihin, masya-shuffle po yung choices po kapag nag-appear po doon sa site ni student. So, kailangan lang po nating i-click kung ano yung correct answer. So, the correct answer in this question is yung Manila. So, click lang po natin yung correct answer. And then, save and return to question bank. So, dito po, if you want to add another multiple choice, so po pwede po yung save and add another of the same type. Pero dahil po tayo, tinatry po natin yung question, lahat ng mga kinds of question na nandoon sa assignment or doon sa quiz. So, save and return to question bank po muna tayo. And then, next po na itatry natin is yung fill in the blanks po. So, add questions po tayo. And then, try po natin yung fill in the blanks. And then, type po tayo ng statement natin. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy. Okay po. So, yung blank, hindi po natin siya ilalagay na i-draw na blank wherein itatype po natin siya as blank. So, lagay din po natin kung ilang points po siya. And then, enter the answer for each blank, separating alternatives by comma. So, for example, order matters, yes. And then, case sensitive, so, no. So, kapag case sensitive po kasi to, and then nilagay po natin yung yes, so, kung paano po dapat natin siya tinype. Dito po sa answer key, dapat ganoon din po siyang i-type ni student. So, in here, the correct answer is dog. So, yun po yung magiging correct answer dito po sa question na to. And then, after typing the correct answer, save and return to question bank po ulit tayo. And then, itatry naman po natin yung another kind, which is yung matching type. Or the matching type of questions. So, in here, we need to type the question, for example, or the instruction. So, in here, I'm going to type, drag the choices below and drop them in the items. Responding boxes. Okay Okay po. And then, lagay ko po dito 6 points. And then, click ko lang po dito. So, ito yung item. So, for example, meow, meow, meow. And then, arf, arf. And then, moo, moo, moo. So, and then, ilagay lang po natin kung pang ilang or anong number, ano po yung number of item na pang ilan po siya. So, number 1, and then number 2, and then number 3. And then, so, ito po yung items. And then, we do have the choices po. So, these are the choices. So, for example, we do have cat. Then, we have dog. And then, next one is, we do have cow. Okay po. So, after this one, kapag na-type nyo na po lahat ng items and choices, so, pwede na po tayo ulit mag-save and mag-return po sa question bank. Okay po. So, this one, I do have 4 questions and then 13 points po siya. So, para ma-double check natin, okay, kung tama po or tama po yung mga correct answer and also the question, pwede po nating i-try yung quiz. So, punta lang po tayo doon sa assignment tab. And then, take quiz para matry po natin kung paano yung interface niya kapag sinasagutan po siya ni student. So, if you notice in here, the questions are randomized. And then, eto po, pagka-start po natin or pagka-click po natin ng start quiz, automatic na po na nag-start yung time niya. Okay? So, this one. So, for example, dog, and then cat, and then cow. So, yun po yung matching type kanina na ginawa natin. And then, Manila is the capital of the Philippines. So, for example, false yung sagot. And then, fill in the blanks. So, dog. And then, what is the capital of the Philippines? Manila. And then, continue. So, you can review your answers. And then, if the students they are finished answering and they already review their answers, pwede na po nilang i-click yung finish. And then, after clicking finish, so makikita po nila yung score nila. Kung saan sila nagkamali, pero hindi nila makikita yung questions. And even the correct answer. So, yun po yung purpose kung bakit hindi po natin chinek kanina yung response and even yung feedback for each question and then the correct answer. So, in here, makikita po ni students kung saang question siya nagkamali, pero hindi niya po makikita yung mga questions and then the correct answer. So, that would be all. Thank you for listening.